Today's Scott and Leif attack Star Trek. This is a reimagining of the original Star Trek. The Earth is in trouble, or the crew is in trouble, and the Star Trek crew has to come together, take action, and do it.
I couldn't believe it when the bartender told me who you are.
Why are you talking to me, man?
Your father was captain of a starship for 12 minutes. He saved 800 lives, including yours. I dare you to do better. Enlist in Starfleet.
There were definitely some things that I was not crazy about in this movie. Some of the relationships felt manufactured. I wasn't sure how I liked how J.J. Abrams kind of adapted the story a little bit. The Trekkie inside me was kind of a little bit disturbed by that. But overall, I feel like people have to see this movie.
I loved this flick. I thought it was great. This is a great, telling of how these guys first met and everything. I think J.J. Abrams did a really nice job with, the young cast that he got out of this. I mean, Chris Pine as, Kirk, and a lot of good supporting people in this too. And for me, this was just a great experience all the way through. I loved this cast. They had a lot of fun. I got a lot of laughs out of it. There was excitement. Special effects are great. This is a kick-ass flick. It really is.
You're right about a lot of things. It kept its sense of humor from the original series. The supporting cast was outstanding. Simon Pegg in particular, the moment that he came into the movie as Scotty, I felt like it became like 2 times more exciting than it was before. Not that it wasn't exciting before, but he just brought up the level of excitement in that movie, I thought.
To me, this is just a great flick. I say you don't have to be a Trekkie. You don't have to know anything about Star Trek. You will like this film. I think hardcore Trekkies will have a problem with it. Of course they will. I'm sure hardcore Trekkies are probably already online blogging away about what they liked and didn't like about this film. But on its own, it stands up.
If you are a true Trekkie, or if you followed the series, you might feel a little bit like this is the difference between the Beatles and Beatlemania. I liked both the Beatles and Beatlemania, but of course, when you're watching Beatlemania, or you kind of say to yourself, this isn't the Beatles.
Like I said, I was never really a big fan of the original Star Trek. I kind of became a fan of Star Trek later on in life when The Next Generation came about. That's when I became interested in the whole franchise. But to me, seeing these guys, younger, how they all met, I thought it was just hilarious. They all had a good time, and I can really see that happening.
If you don't know the original Star Trek series, you will like this movie better. If you know the original cast and the original the storylines, you might have some problems with this movie a little bit.
Well, either way, big screen, big screen, big screen on this.
Obviously, as you can see, Leif liked the movie a little bit more than I did, or maybe a lot more than I did, but I did think it was an exciting movie. So you got 2 big screens for Star Trek. And
yes.
Leif, I just want to say live long and prosper to you and your family. Thanks for watching Scott and Leif Attack the Movies.